hear recommendations from you and our esteemed analysts while we discuss these issues and see how we can move Nigeria forward. The ultimatum or the ultimate conclusion to all of this is having a better Nigeria, having a Nigeria that works for all, having a Nigeria that represents all of our interests, not a Nigeria that maims, kills, murders, pillages, shortens our lifespan. No, we will call out the rot, we'll call out the anomalies, we will ask the government to look inwards and introspect, wake them up if they're slumbering in their responsibilities to serve the people that they promised to govern. They're there to serve us. They are not there for us to serve them. They're there to represent us. They're not there for us to supposedly slave and lick their boots. No, they have a core job to do, and their job is, man, welcome once again. We do this audio visual, so while you're listening to us terrestrially on VOP 90.3 FM, you can join us virtually anywhere in the world. So if you're in the diaspora, you want to be part of the conversation, you're not left out, we stream live on YouTube at VOP 903 FM. And even if you're not in the diaspora, you're right here with us, you want to virtually be part of the conversation on YouTube at VOP 903 FM. So what you would do is, if you go to your YouTube application on your smartphone, which is your iOS or Android device, on the search bar, that is the search bar of your YouTube, type VOP 90.3 FM. Once you do that, you will see our logo. You will see all of our content. Don't get yourself bothered. Just go to the main logo body, click on it. Once you do, go to live. Once you click on live, you definitely see the program currently on is what you will see when you go to the live. So not what we have done before. What you currently see is what we're doing. You will see me here speaking, and you know that you're live on the show. Thank you once again for joining us. My analyst today is Mr. Shagun Shopiton. He'll still be joining me very shortly. He'll be the one dissecting some of the prospects that we'll be discussing this evening. Now, at a time when, you know, a child should be preparing for school certificate examinations, all right? You will see that a child is participating in non-state actions, clutching weapons, fighting, participating in the killing of generals. It's a disturbing aberration. Minors should not be terrorists, soldiers, or combatants. In Nigeria, evidence suggests that that is precisely the case. So, a particular Hosseini Brahma was apprehended by troops linked to the April 9 attack. All right? These troops, killed Hosseini Brahma, who is a brigadier general. Now, he is a symbol of what you call a high point in our security apparatus. But here is what is going on. A young boy, instead of learning in a classroom, is being schooled by fighters who even entrusted him with 850,000 naira to procure supplies. It is abnormal for a child to be embedded in a vicious war. So, instead of this child to be properly taken care of, taken to school, seeing how he can be a productive element in the society, he is fighting in the bush and being used to hoodwink. Now, security experts and humanitarian agencies have long warned that thousands of minors are currently involved with insurgent and terrorist groups across Nigeria, particularly in the northeast and northwest. These children serve as fighters, couriers, informants, and in some of the most horrifying cases, suicide bombers. The exact number is difficult to verify, but the scale is large enough to constitute a national emergency. Now, this is more than a tragedy. It is indeed a warning. A country that allows its children to drift into armed conflict is steadily eroding its own future. The drivers of the crisis are indeed well known, yet they're not sufficiently confronted. Nigeria is home to an esteemed 20 million out-of-school children, the highest figure globally. It's not just a mere statistic. These are idle, unprotected, often desperate children, all easy targets for recruitment by these terrorists. The Almajiri system, while rooted in cultural and religious traditions, has in many cases unleashed an army of young boys into the streets, deprived of formal education and basic welfare. For extremist groups, this is an opportunity. So why? It's because children are easier to indoctrinate. They're easier to control, less likely to question authority. They can be molded into loyal operatives under the guise of religious duty or necessity. The promise of money can be a powerful lure in communities where poverty is grinding and opportunities are scarce. When many families struggle to meet even the most basic needs and the state is absent or ineffective, non-state actors step in, offering not just money but a sense of belonging, identity, and purpose. Weak governance compounds the problem. Where institutions fail to deliver education, security, and social services, the vacuum is quickly filled by forces that do not have the country's interest at heart. Law enforcement challenges further deepen the crisis. Vast ungoverned spaces allow armed groups to operate with relative impunity. The use of child soldiers is not unique to Nigeria. Now, during the brutal civil wars in Sierra Leone between 1991 to 2002 and Liberia between 1989 to 2003, thousands of children were forced into combat, drugged, indoctrinated, and turned into instruments of terror. In Uganda, the Lord's Resistance Army became infamous for abducting children and turning them into fighters, porters, in fact, sex slaves. Sodomy was really conducted at the time. Similar patterns have been documented in DR Congo, South Sudan, and Somalia. Beyond Africa, the child soldier tragedy also played out in Syria and Yemen during protracted conflicts. In Sri Lanka, the Tamil Tigers notoriously recruited minors, as did armed groups in Colombia during decades of insurgency. In many of these countries, significant progress has been made, however, in disarming, demobilizing, and reintegrating child soldiers. Programs supported by government and international organizations have helped thousands of children return to civilian life, access to quality education, and rebuilding their futures. These efforts demonstrate that recovery is indeed possible, but only with sustained political will, adequate funding, and community involvement. But the problem persists globally because conflict endures. As vulnerability remains widespread, children will continue to be targeted, and that is why Nigeria's current trajectory is deeply concerning. It requires urgent action. The country is the fourth most terrorized in the global terrorism index, behind Niger in third, Burkina Faso in second. The child terrorist menace should be a source of urgent concern, but the responsibility does not rest solely with government and security agencies. It extends to policymakers, educators, community leaders, religious institutions, and families. Protecting minors requires more than military operations. It demands a comprehensive strategy that addresses the root causes, and one of that is that education must be prioritized. The lack or the death of education, the lives of those young ones, actually exposes them to this negative, malicious indoctrination. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my analyst this evening, and that is Mr. Segun Sopeton. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome. I'm happy to have you here today.
Good to be here.
I'm actually always excited whenever you're in the studio.
Thank you.
I started off the conversation with the recruitment of child soldiers. I mean, we've seen documentaries by the BBC African Eye taking us into the hinterlands in the forest, especially in Borno, Zamfara, thereabouts. They show us child soldiers uncoupling and coupling guns. Tell us how they play with it, how they assemble, and how they utilize it. Children as young as 4, 5. We've also seen some of these terrorist organizations present children. I mean, in some of the raids they carry out, you see 10, 12-year-olds already exposed and boasting of how many lives that they have killed in the process. Now, you saw what happened in Mali during the weekend. Most of these soldiers were young teenagers. The same thing has been reported in some of the activities carried out by terrorists, which is considered a cleansing. I think, was it not yesterday or so, there are reports of something happening in the night, one of the northern states. I'm not very specific. They say they no longer come like before. They come in the night, clear homes, clear families, and you see these children, 15, 16, some kidnappers. We have seen their pictures and videos recently. They are teenagers, young boys, flogging their captives, demanding for money, coming on TikTok. They're even posh. They know how to use social media, and unfortunately, we have security agencies that can't track those guys. They can track Yahoo boys, they can track the activities, but they cannot track those guys. So what is the essence of this? In the north, you still see Almajiri. These children are the ones being indoctrinated into this. A lot of them on the road, and the questions that, is it the fault of the state, or is it the traditional institutions? Is it deliberate to let those children line up the streets and ensure that when it comes to education, they are potently dark, left in the dark, no way to expose them? And it feels like those who are exposed are those whose families make concerted efforts to ensure that their children do not line up the streets like their counterparts, or somehow they have a relative who is in the West and that one decides to take responsibility in educating them. I mean, what's your take on this?
Well, the problems with insecurity in Nigeria has been very well discussed, well documented, but we can't stop talking about it because, because Nigerians are still being killed on a daily basis, and it looks as if the government is either incapable, inept, or complicit. And some people would argue that it's a little bit of everything, all of those three. So the issue of child soldiers, as you've rightly said, is not a new phenomenon, and it actually exists everywhere that you've seen armed conflicts involving militia, informal organizations and all of that. You tend to find very, very young people, so it's so unfortunate that that trend has continued in Nigeria with Boko Haram and all the other terror organizations recruiting these really, really innocent children and destroying their lives almost forever. Because it's almost impossible to recover from this. If from the age of 6 or 7, you've learned to hold an AK-47, even if you are later somehow apprehended by security forces and government, says they want to rehabilitate you in the operation open corridor, the rehabilitation program of the government, you find that such a person knows nothing else and therefore can never live a normal life again. So it's very unfortunate that, for me, the main problem with all of this, you ask a question, is it a failure of the traditional institutions? Is it the state? I think it's a combination of all. You can't have insecurity if there is no connivance and complicity on the part of the traditional institutions. These people are the closest to the grassroots, right? There's nothing that is going on in a locality, in a community, that either the king, whatever part of the country you're talking about, whether it's in the north, the east, or in the west, the traditional institutions are close to the grassroots and they know what's happening. They know everything and they know everybody. So if you find these things festering for as long as they have in Nigeria, then it's probably a combination of factors. One, in the case of insecurity in the north, some of those traditional leaders are scared because if they speak up, they become victims and targets themselves. So that's one. But some of them are complicit because they are friends with the politicians who, for example, in the northwest, you have this issue with our rare earth metals, precious metals, that is also driving and fueling this insecurity. And these traditional rulers are, friends of the political leaders that are arming these militia groups to protect the foreign nationals that are mining on their behalf. It's a very complex issue, but at the end of the day, the real blame, as I will always do, must stop at the table of the president. Because he is the president. He is charged by constitutional duty to protect the lives, to secure the lives and property of Nigerians. And if these things have gone on for as long as they have, General Sani Abacha told us, of blessed memory, in quotes, told us that if insecurity is not stopped in, I think he said 5 days.
No, he said in 24
or 48 hours. Then that the government knows about it and they want it to continue.
Yeah.
And everybody that has spoken about this issue, if you bring foreign actors, nationals and analysts into this country, immediately they see what the issues are and they point fingers. They talk about, tracking the money, the sponsors, the financiers, the supporters within government and outside of it. And the general consensus now is that government knows who these people are. So why are we not apprehending them and stopping this issue Why do we have to lose hundreds of people, thousands of people on a monthly basis across the length and breadth of Nigeria? It is very, very unfortunate. So you've got, traditional institutions, local politicians, the religious leaders, especially in the north, and then, of course, government, the central government, being extremely responsible. And this, for me, is a failure, is gross failure on the part of the government. And I've always said, if the government is unable to do, to fix this problem, of what use are they to us? Why are they there?
All right. So the reason why I asked this is that terrorists have attacked a forest guard operative identified as Sahid, and a civilian in Babanla community, Felodun local government area, Kwara state, leaving one person abducted and another seriously injured. The forest guard and the civilian, identified as Rashid Okeakpata, were traveling on a motorcycle when they were ambushed by armed men. The source added that amid the chaos, the passenger, Rashid Oke, reportedly jumped off the motorcycle in a desperate attempt to escape, but was overpowered and abducted by the attackers. Just 2 days ago, they said that one abducted, they were given the Kwara state government 1 week to supposedly pay the ransom or negotiate with them. Otherwise, they were going to kill them off. In Ngoshe community, 416 of those abducted, they told the government that if they do try to use force to free these individuals, they would displace them. And they said that in 1 week, they would take about 20 of them to kill them, to make the government believe that they are serious. We're having pockets of attacks take place now. It's not just the terrorists, even our soldiers are complicit. During the weekend, they killed a young boy in his home in Abuja, a corps member. Today in Delta State, I don't know, Harrison Gwami should put it out, where a young man was tied on the floor by some guys in Mufti, Nigerian police guys, and they executed the guy on the streets. They tied his hands to his leg like a criminal. Normally, you're supposed to take them to your custody, investigate. The guy was begging and saying, please, can I call somebody? Please, calling just one person, I beg you, please don't do this. Amidst this guy's plea, they executed this guy on the street, on the floor there. So the barbarism, Mr. Shagun Shukwiton, we're experiencing in this country is scary. It's taking us back to the dark old days where it felt like Nigerians were trying to get themselves, unclutch themselves from the hands of their colonial masters. So in the process of doing that, obviously crime was holding sway. How do you see this?
I mean, this is all, I'm hearing about this story
in Delta State. Yes, it's trending across social media.
It's very disturbing. My blood literally ran cold as you were speaking. I just sobered up, listening to that narration, because if security operatives will conduct summary executions in public, then we're in a very dangerous place. Self-help of any sort, jungle justice of any sort, is always highly condemnable, no matter the crime that the accused person is alleged to have committed. But to now have that being done by people who maybe they're not policemen, so I'm not going to say too much about that because I've not seen the facts, I've not seen the details. But if that happened, then it's very unfortunate, and one would have to call on
Sir, it's viral. Do you want me to play it?
Well, I mean, if it's if viewer discretion, because
it's horrible.
What you describe is a bit
horrible.
It's a bit scary,
It's not just scary; it's horrible. They summarily executed this young man. This is him. This is him, and he was pleading for his life. See.
I will tell you everything. Now, my friend, I deceive me. He does not play, bro. He does not play. I will carry my blood. I don't know anything concerned. I don't know anything concerned. I don't know anything concerned. I beg. I don't know anything concerned. I will carry you from I just said something like this. I will carry you from officer. I will carry you from officer. Officer. I'll carry you from officer. I'll carry you from officer. I don't know. Officer, I don't know. I don't know, officer. Officer, I don't know. Baba, officer, I don't know.
Present day Nigeria. When it comes to Boko Haram terrorists, sir, they take terrorists and it's unfortunate. Harrison Gwamishu explained and said this should not happen. This was what led to the NSAS in 2020. This is a summary star execution in broad daylight in Delta State. And there are many more cases like this. A lot of persons have been coming out to display all of this. Many more cases like this that have not been on the limelight, possibly because there's no video. So you hear the guy telling you, I will take you to the person. They had first of all shot him on the hand to tell you the adrenaline. The guy had not even felt it. And he was begging. But we see Boko Haram literally kill people, machete people. They catch these guys. They don't summarily execute them on the spot. They take them in. They prosecute them. They keep them in a camp. They are rehabilitated, integrated. And you begin to wonder, this makes people go mad. It doesn't make sense.
Wow.
If you're watching us on YouTube, you can actually see that video.
I'm speechless.
It doesn't make sense.
I am speechless, you know.
And so these are the forces, these are the people that you ask, go and apprehend these guys, but they won't do so. They will tell you no food, no fund, no this.
Look, we have to ensure that we get to the bottom of that.
The Nigerian police said they have apprehended the police officer responsible for this, but the thing is, a life has been lost.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, there has to be consequence. This can't be swept under the carpet. Everybody that is concerned, that has a platform to do so, must follow this case to the end and ensure that, you know, that officer faces the full wrath of the law. This is very, very shocking.
Shocking.
Especially knowing that it appears as though whoever is recording, did the police not know that they were recording? Maybe it was recorded in secret. You know, this is really, it's very, I'm speechless. I haven't seen anything like this on, you know, recorded.
It's barbaric.
I don't think ever.
It's
It's
barbaric.
very, very
The reason is, nobody is saying this person is not guilty of whatever it is.
We don't even know.
We don't even know. You did not investigate.
know.
You did not get into the full front. What did you catch him with before you summarily executed him? What exactly did you catch him with?
I can't believe my eyes. I mean, this is...
You know, and the guy was begging. I will take you to the person. I will take you to the place. I will lead you there. Well, I mean, what does this mean? And it is in this same Delta State, this incident happened in 2020 that led to the NSAS unrest.
You know, at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is that with all due respect to the very few very good men in the Nigeria police force, we don't have a police force. This is just the truth. We can deny it all we want. What we have is an armed gang of very, very dangerous men and very desperate men. And it's just sad that the people that the mantra, according to the police, is that they're your friends and their constitutional duty is to enforce the law and keep the peace. It's two things: keep the peace and enforce the law. They are supposed to be protecting citizens even if you commit a crime. The police has no right to shoot you down in broad daylight. And, you know, this is just incredible. You have to charge the person to court and let the justice system take its full course. If the guy has committed a offense and, you know, deserves to be killed, let it be done under the ambit of the law. Let him be sentenced to death and let the execution be carried out in line with the law. This is incredible.
They were carrying leaves, just leaves. They were carrying leaves.
This matter goes beyond getting justice and consequence for the officer that is concerned there. I think that the Nigeria police has to be reformed as a matter of urgency. You know, a lot of the insecurity that we face in this country, of course, the police itself is a symptom of a much deeper rot in our society, you know, but we have to start somewhere. This is just, it's shocking. I'm completely destabilized by seeing that kind of thing. You know, look, I've been around for a long time. I've had encounters with the police. I know the horrors that has taken place over the decades, you know, in dark and secret places across the country in police formations. But to see it in the open like this is a bit, it's just a bit shocking. So, look, all men of good conscience must stand up and demand not justice, a reform. This police force has to be reformed. As we are right now, the truth of the matter is that, you know, we're on our own. I was telling somebody just earlier today in a meeting that our police force is very capable, you know, when it comes to investigation, you know, crime, and all of that. They know, they're well trained, and they know what to do when it's time to apprehend criminals.
Yeah.
But underpayment, underfunding, poor welfare conditions, poor living conditions, poor equipment. It's a complete mess, honestly.
Have Nigerians become so numb, so apathetic to issues like this? Have we gotten used to this kind of thing? Because
we are desensitized.
We saw what happened in 2020, and I can't believe that everyone is just, oh no,
we are desensitized, you know, and at the end of the day, when you talk about this, and like you said, you know, this type of incident was what eventually snowballed into that NSAS protest. And unfortunately, that NSAS incident and event was an inflection point. It was a turning point in the history of this country.
Yeah.
With regards to the psyche of young Nigerians, where now people are scared. People have been broken psychologically by that, you know, that whole debacle. And when you talk about protests, you know, and demanding accountability from government, people would always make reference to NSAS. So honestly, I don't know, Esther. For once today, I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Let's listen to captured terrorists in Kwara State confessing on tape that government officials are the source of their weapons.
We know this already.
Now, where are they put for you go Abuja, go collect the weapon.
Yes.
Now for Abuja, you go collect the rifle. I've been for Ilorin. How you take no sense from Abuja?
I know because we there with them.
Now for there, I go
patrol how many times with them. We go patrol how many times with them. Ogabito, and Sanda. All of them, they involved. Now their weapon. Ogatinga, now their weapon, not our own.
Okay.
Not our own. Not our own. Wallahi, not our own.
No, well, now.
Now that is not their own.
We'll go and pick all. Now, where are they put for you go Abuja, go collect the weapon.
Yes.
Now for Abuja, you go collect the rifle. I've been for Ilorin. How you take no sense from Abuja?
I know because we're there with them.
Now for there, I go
patrol how many times with them. We go patrol how many times with them. Ogabito, and Sanda. All of them, they involved. Now they.
So, you said this one we already know.
I mean, you know, Esther, you know, I have a lot to say. You have done me strong thing this evening. I'm telling you, this will pass my power. But look, this one that you just played now, we're talking, so these are security agents, right? Policemen,
soldiers. Yes, soldiers.
Talking to an alleged terrorist, right? And given the problems that we face with terrorism, one will be tempted to say, I beg, they should finish him.
They're already saying it there.
But you see, how can you, having apprehended an enemy combatant, whether he's a terrorist or a criminal, armed robber, kidnapper, you have apprehended him. You can't be saying you are pouring fuel on his body and you're about to set him on fire. We must protect our humanity. Oh. We must protect our humanity. These terrorists themselves, for the hardened ones amongst them, you can argue that they're not human anymore. You can't be a human being and go to a village where people are sleeping, and in their sleep, you start hacking them to death. You start shooting them and set them on fire while they're alive, right? So you can argue that these people are not humans. But we are members of society, we must not lose our humanity. And honestly, it's a bit disturbing to hear all of this. Look, at the end of the day, let's be honest with ourselves. The country is, we're on the brink, where it's like staggering towards, God forbid, towards disaster. From one calamity to another, from one controversy to another. And our political leadership are just interested in the next elections.
Exactly.
If we continue like this, what if the elections don't even hold? This is crazy. What's the Minister of Defense doing? For example, a gallant general that everybody celebrated when he was appointed. Where is he? Why is he suddenly, has he become a motivational speaker and is explaining away when innocent, allegedly or supposedly innocent Nigerians are killed in their hundreds by mistaken Air Force bombing, and all of that. We have too much chaos within our security circles and architecture, and I think that ultimately what one would have done, in talking like this, is to call on the president. But president is too interested in what's happening in ADC. He's interested in what is going to happen in January and February elections. And honestly, it's like we're on our own. Let's just pray and trust God, to keep us.
Let us pray. You're a pastor in your church, obviously, because that's the next thing. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. Let us pray.
I am overwhelmed and flabbergasted. You don't understand how much destabilized I have become from seeing that clip. If I remain normal and speak as though I didn't see anything, then I will be worried for myself. So at least I'm happy I'm reacting. I'm happy this has had this kind of effect on me. I mean, this is shocking.
So somebody said there's a possibility that the person, they killed him because maybe the police officers will be indicted, when the man said, I will take you to where he is. And maybe the police officers did not want that, or they're hiding something, or it's one of their people.
We can guess all we want.
There are several narratives.
We can guess all we want.
And it's because of this that the opposition police calling out the government of the day by saying, specifically I'm referring to Bolaji Abdullahi, saying that Tinubu's government is the most shameless, reckless government he has ever considered, because they heard that they thought they wanted to adopt the PRP, and all of a sudden factions are emerging. A party that was resolutely calm, they just actually got, they did their chairmanship, whatever, and everything was okay. And just because they were meeting with some top PRP members, all of a sudden factions are emerging and they're accusing the APC. Could that be what it is?
I mean, look.
The politicking.
There's no doubt about that anymore. The president has confirmed it. The president has, with his own mouth, in his own words, supposedly kind of in jest, but like we say in my language, it is from play that you know the truth. The president has confirmed it. Who else? One of his party people also said it. Who was it that spoke recently? I was talking about.
Is it Gospel Akpabio?
I think it was Akpabio saying he said, no, he said he was sending Akpabio into the enemy camp, blah blah. But one of the other officials also confirmed. Bajabi Amila, exactly.
Leke.
Exactly.
Abejide.
Exactly. So all of this we now know. Prior to this election cycle, in the previous election cycle, when you had Apapa and Arabambi and all these guys, messing up the Labour Party, we were kind of all convinced and suspicious that they were doing the bidding of the APC and the president. But nobody knew for a fact, it was just conjecture. Now we know that any time that there is any kind of destabilization in any significant opposition group, that the APC is responsible. They've confirmed it. So it is very unfortunate. And you see, these things, if you look at these different situations and scenarios in different parts and sectors of our society, if you begin to connect the dots, you will see that we're treading on very, very, very thin ice and dangerous waters. This is very dangerous. A situation where the ruling party, you are the incumbent. So you already have the power of incumbency.
Yeah.
You should be confident and comfortable enough based on the performance that you have put out in the last 3 years, going into, you still have another almost 1 year now to go. So you should be confident enough to allow robust contest, because this is a democracy. A situation where the president openly, he's not hiding it, openly says that he's happy that they're in disarray. That the president, a supposed Democrat, saying that he's happy that people are in disarray, and then saying again in jest that he will send somebody that is not even his employee. This is somebody that's supposed to be checking him. That's supposed to be providing checks and balances.
Yeah.
Now saying you will send him as if he's an errand boy into the opposition camp so that he can go and cause problem. Look, the president, President Bola Ahmed, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is threatening democracy in Nigeria. Because if you create a situation where, for example, what the Supreme Court has done now, and the appeal court, and what's happening with the ADC and the leadership tussle, is such that you could find yourself in a situation where the 2027 elections come and the ADC is unable to field the presidential candidate.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
It's a real
thing.
Possibility right now. If that happens, without wanting to sound incendiary as if one is calling for chaos, I predict it could very well mean the end of this democracy. The president has to be careful. Don't doubt it.
Have you not seen the docility of the polity?
You must be.
The apathy.
Esther, don't kid yourself. Everything has a breaking point. Everything. There is no elasticity that is permanent and perpetual. There will always be a breaking point. If you find yourself in a situation where President Tinubu somehow manages to orchestrate, manipulate the process such that only one candidate is on the ballot for the next election, I think we'll be in trouble in this country. So I am urging the president to be careful. He says he's a Democrat, he must prove it. First of all, remove Amokwito. As a matter of national imperative, Amokwito must go, because it is established factually that he supported APC at one time. Even how can he prove that he no longer supports APC? How can he? It's impossible, because it's a human heart. We cannot open it and check whether he has changed it. We can't. The only thing we can relate to it is the evidence we have in front of us, and there's evidence that he supports the APC. How can he be an chairman? How can he conduct any election that anybody will hold seriously as we speak now? So already as we speak, the presence of Amokwito in the process is threatening the democratic culture that we have managed to protect for 27 or 28 years now. So President Tinubu, who claims that he fought the military to get this democracy, cannot be the one threatening. How can it be that a former dictator has turned out to be more of a Democrat than one that fought the dictators for democracy, supposedly? Buhari was more of a Democrat from what we are now seeing.
What has been experienced.
Yes. So look,
so we didn't see all of this infringement.
I mean, this is terrible. I've never seen this type of thing before. Look, I'm in my mid-late 50s now. I've been around for a long time. I've never seen this kind of thing. Nigeria is on the brink, and the president must call himself to order.
He doesn't care.
He has to care, because at the end of the day, is it more important for him to become president and discover that there is no country to be president over?
It seems so.
Yeah, I mean, that would be, that's counterproductive, counterintuitive.
Has anything not seemed counterproductive?
It makes no sense. There has to be a limit. So for me, honestly, all of these things, when you look at policemen shooting a citizen in broad daylight, not minding that people might be recording, just killing the guy like that. You see soldiers and terrorists talking to each other, threatening to burn each other. Then president, this is chaos. Where Nigeria is, we're like a bus without a driver. That's all I'm seeing around me. Look at the middle, the north central. Every day, every other day, people are still being killed. It doesn't make the headlines because the numbers are not many anymore. So you just say, oh, 2 people were abducted, 2 people were killed. It's still happening.
10 people, 17 people,
Do we still
16
have
people.
a country? Mr. President, please, the election is not do or die. Let us take the example of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
The presidency has accused the opposition for the escalating rise in insecurity.
How can they?
They exonerated themselves and said it's politicians who
How
are
can they?
trifling with people's lives just because they want to embarrass the government
this
of the
is
day.
ridiculous, and this is what politicians are always saying. Ironically, this is exactly what PDP was saying in 2014 when the APC was coming. So these politicians are just incredible, and that's why for me, I keep telling everybody, you know, the ADC that we're even celebrating safe. How far?
It's you that is celebrating, no? You said the ADC we are celebrating.
No, them, not me.
I had to, because I'm not celebrating them.
At all. Not me.
I've always been.
You've known where my
they've called
position,
me several names. I cannot
you've
because I have
known my position
questioned
since.
what is the legibility, what's the difference between who is in government and the set of people there. These people worked with this government and overnight they have changed and they will prefer the salvation for you. I don't know, but hey. Let Nigerians drink their milk and cover their cup so it doesn't go sour. But let's say a situation like this. Shora is saying that they should bring Tinubu, Malami, and others in Black Maria. It shouldn't just be some certain persons. That Tinubu ought to be brought in Black Maria to ensure that you're referring that they are corrupt. Corrupt person should be brought in Black Maria and brought to court. You know, he's saying that while he was speaking to officials, expressing worry that poor Nigerians who are facing various charges are conveyed to courts in Black Maria, while the politicians who embezzle public funds receive preferential treatment. So that these persons, including the president, should be brought in a Black Maria.
Look, he's speaking perfect sense. I don't always agree with Showore, but on this one, you know, it's why should El Rufai, during his appearance in court here, he's in detention right now. You know, fortunately, I'm very happy about it. With all due respect.
You're happy?
Oh yes. Let them finish each other. They are all the same. So this one, the reason El Rufai, you know, the reason El Rufai is still in detention is politics, right?
Politics.
I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong, but if not for politics, a man of his caliber in this country cannot be detained for this long.
Yeah.
So clearly,
Or if Buhari was alive.
clearly, I mean, well, maybe if he's a benefactor, you know, and all that. So clearly, this is, you know, this is vendetta. This is them. It's a part of the calculation that, look, this one, let's neutralize him. He has played into our hands, right? Why would El Rufai be coming to court for appearance in a criminal matter? And he comes in an air-conditioned vehicle. This Malami, I'm very, very sure he wasn't brought in a Black Maria. Must have been in a jeep of some sort with SSS operatives with him. Yes, but like Showore said, if you want to bring, look at the boy that was just slaughtered.
Yeah,
you know?
on the street.
I mean, this is unfortunate. So yeah, I don't disagree with Showore. Of course, that's never going to happen. We know that's not the kind of society we have. Invariably, it is becoming clearer and clearer that. And I'm choosing my words carefully so I don't get accused of, you know, kind of preaching some sort of destabilization. But I think that, let me call it a revolution of ideas. I think that, and I've always been saying this, you know, our salvation is in our hands. And when I say this, your audience, your their good friends, the listeners, sometimes they will call me and say, what am I talking about? How will it happen? How do we do it? Where do we start from? I don't know. But if we are waiting for deliverance and salvation from this group of politicians that I'm looking at, look, we will wait till eternity. At some point, we have to get tired and decide that we are going to do something differently. It may be protest, but that's not the only solution. It may be, look, we can decide, for example, just a random idea that just dropped in my head. We can decide, for example, the obedient movement. Where are they? What are they about? Are they really only about Peter Obi? Or are they a group of Nigerians? Because you see, that obedient movement is not just consisting of Igbo people from the southeast extraction.
Obviously.
There are people from all over the country, from the far north.
Yes.
Far north. You know, Hausa people, Fulani people, Yoruba people, who are part of that movement. And you discover that the reason that movement became as powerful as it got to, and was able to achieve the kind of electoral outcome it did, even in a rigged election, was because those people were energized by an idea. Peter Obi represented an ideal. I will never forget when he spoke in 2014, the platform. This program that they always air on Independence Day by this church, Covenant Christian Center. That was the first time that he came to limelight, and all of a sudden Nigerians were looking at him like,
who's this
a politician like this exists in this country. When he started regaling us with the stories of how he followed convoy to police to filling station to go and buy petrol, how he shut down the Anambra State lodge in Abuja. That what is it there for? He is a governor. He is in Anambra State. Why should Anambra State have a house in Abuja? He shut it down. When people heard that those things,
they were inspired.
They were inspired. You know, they suddenly realized, oh my goodness, so it's possible we can have a politician like this. So Peter Obi is an idea. I'm telling you that even now, right now, a lot of people have become disillusioned. They are not really supporting him anymore because many of them are beginning to see or think or believe that idea that they felt represented for them, he's no longer looking that way. So my point is...
Is it because he joined the ADC?
Perhaps. Some people, they say that how can they are feeling disappointed. And I don't blame them. So now, that ideal that fired up Nigerians the way it did in 2022, 2023 is still there. Nigerians are still yearning, are still desperate, are hungry for that type of leadership. So if we're able to find a way to coalesce all of that energy and put it in under one umbrella, one platform somewhere, we can do anything we want to do as a people.
What is stopping it from happening?
I guess it's leadership, you know. I guess at the end of the day, it will not happen by itself.
So would you advise him now to leave? Because people are worried. So how do you mix with this set of persons who you do not represent?
You know, I've said this thing from very early on.
But they pressured him to join.
Yes, I know, but
they made it seem like with the forces of these guys, you can be protected. Yes, they're attacking you everywhere. You seem like a lone wolf.
Because the mistake that Nigerians continue to make, and that's why we're still where we are, is that Nigerians continue to think that a politician will save them, or that the political class will save them. How can the people that cause the problem you are inside be the solution to the problem? It's never ever going to happen.
What has
I always make that point. So the people, this question you asked me, I said it even before ADC emerged. You know, before ADC was SDP.
Yeah.
They were coalescing under the umbrella of SDP before the thing now developed K-Leg and they moved to ADC. At a point, they were even talking of ADA, registering a new party and all of that. As far back as that time, sometime last year, I had been saying, look, if you ask me, Peter Obi made a grievous mistake. He might still emerge as president, but he will be a lame duck. He will disappoint people and fail spectacularly. Why? Because you can't lay your bed with demons, even if you're an angel, and come out with your white color. They will stain you. So invariably, I had maintained at that time, and I still say the strategy for him is to retain that energy, that fire that the movement, you know, had under him. Carry that thing wholesale.
Yeah.
Who was Labour Party in 2021? Nothing. Labour Party was nothing. How can a party that was nothing have garnered 6.1 million votes in a rigged election? I don't know why people do not understand this thing when I talk about it. Peter Obi should have stayed either in the Labour Party or should have gone, carry these people. Just keep your people. Make sure you are connected to your people who are not just Southeasterners. They are Nigerians from all walks and, you know, all classes, all stratifications of society. Carry them wholesale and find a platform where they will all follow you to provide leadership. Peter Obi failed to provide leadership to keep that movement together. The movement started fracturing, internal fighting. We let us go to. If I tell you the the inner workings, you know, in those places, you'll be disappointed. So, for me, ADC, if they get their game right, I've been saying it, if they present Peter Obi with Kwankwaso as the vice, they most likely will win. Amupiton, no Amupiton. They will win because it's a game of who can rig best. And right now, the ADC and the APC are peopled by the same people. They know all the tricks. So if it is by getting votes, they are at par. If it is by getting by rigging votes, they are at par. They've all done it together before. So if the ADC is able to present the correct ticket, they will win. I have been saying that in as many places as I can. However, will that victory, and this is the key thing, unless Nigerians are saying that they just want Tinubu out for the sake of Tinubu out, even if it's dog, let it become president.
Do you think it has gotten to that point? Because that's the feeling. Right now, they're like, okay, if Peter Obi no enter, if ADC no do, we're going for Showere. If it's not Showere, in fact, they're at a point now, those that are saying north and south, they say, okay, you know what, it's better Atiku enter, even if he's known as whatever. Let that Tinubu cannot continue. We will die by 2027. Why? Where are these indices coming from?
No, because people are suffering. You know. I mean, look, regardless of whatever the government apologists might be trying to present, whatever the propaganda, the spin of the situation, you say, Nigeria, the economy has turned the corner. We're now experiencing recovery. Far. Where's the recovery?
That's true.
Where is the recovery? Because the average Nigerian knows that there's no recovery. Yes, some prices have gone down, but they are still very far away from where we were just 3 years ago. So there's no recovery. Nigerians are still struggling. Nigerians are still suffering. So they are tired and they're looking for a savior.
Yeah.
Right? So it's anybody but this one. But you see, for me, that's an error. Because if we do that, we did it before in 2014. Yeah. Anybody but Jonathan. They say, Buhari doesn't have a certificate, or he's not qualified, he's not educated. So even if his NEPA degree, let him bring it. NEPA certificate, NEPA bill, let him bring it. We'll vote for him. And how did it work out? He was worse than Jonathan. And then now this one came and said renewed hope. He's turning out to be far worse than Buhari.
He said Buhari is him.
He has even owned it. He's now very, the man is very brave and he's very bold.
He's a bold
he's owning. Now that he has entrenched, he's owning Buhari.
I had always tried to absolve him. I thought it was a political statement in 2023 when he said just to curry the support of the Buharis. I was shocked when he made that statement lately, because Buhari is not alive. I mean, there's no need. There are some Buharis who don't belong to your camp anymore. They don't even, a lot of them are the ones that joined the ADC. Yes. So there is nothing you will do to satisfy them. There was no need to continue with that narrative.
It was the arrogance and the hubris of power. The man believes he has done everything, he's going to win. And
I was disappointed when he made that statement. I had tried to absorb you because I felt it was a political statement, But now, what was the point? What was the essence?
He wanted to rub it in. He's rubbing it in your faces. That's the kind of person that this man is. So I'm saying basically that in as much as we want this administration out because they really have failed, let's be honest, I'm not supporting anybody. Honestly, trust me. I'm not supporting any candidate. I won't talk about what I will do on election day. I probably will find some national duty that will make sure that I don't vote.
Why?
Because I can't vote for any of these people.
Even Peter Obi, if he's the ballot.
If he's in that group, if he's with those people, if he's on the ballot and is alone with his followers, I've been saying it, Peter Obi can win election in this country as a standalone. Assuming that independent candidate was allowed, he will win. The only problem you will now have is that the National Assembly, how will he manage it and all that. So if Peter Obi carries his movement into another party, all these ideas of he can't do, how did it work out, structure and all those things. But it's just we're not serious, because if we're serious, we will understand that structure, go, like Peter Obi himself used to say, is a structure of criminality. And that structure is what is used to keep us in bondage and slavery. So we have to decide what we want. You think
if he leaves the ADC now, his support base will go along with him? They will support him?
I think the
because some people feel like the obedience who have gone to register right now that not all of them may leave with him.
I think that horse has left the stable. The ship has set sail. It's too late. I think that the mistake has been made. Are you sure you're not speaking
for yourself?
No, I'm speaking for myself. But I also have heard, I've listened to a lot of other opinions, within the different groups and movements and all that. And I'm telling you that people are disillusioned. A lot of people have even left. They didn't follow into ADC. So, do you know some of Obedience are still in Labour Party?
Yes. We have one who came here. He's telling us they were waiting to see if Peter Obi would leave the ADC, that they will collapse what they have there in Labour Party and join him there, but that being in the ADC is something they're not, and that then if they would give him the ticket, they'll collapse what they have to collapse in the Labour Party and join him there.
Yeah, so I think that for me the main message, I'm not really about whether it's Peter Obi or anybody. I'm just saying that this group of people, whether APC or ADC, they don't have the answer, trust me. If ADC wins the election, if they present Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, for example, as their ticket, Peter Obi being president, Kwankwaso being vice president, they will win the election. They will win.
But some people are saying that no, they will win. They can't win it.
They will win.
Kwankwaso is just for Kano. Peter Obi is,
they will win.
You think
Especially the condition to that winning is Atiku. Is if Atiku is wholeheartedly in support. If he's not grumbling, if he's not complaining, if he rallies his people, his machinery, his structure, as we call it, behind those two, they will win. It will be a landslide. It will be a landslide. But even if that happens, I'm saying, we will come back in 2031 and we'll be crying. Sadly, unfortunately, it's not a cause. Because what does El Rufai, Kwankwaso, Amechi, David Mark, what do they have to, what do they want to do that they have not done already that we have seen? We have seen them, we know them, see finish. We know them, we know what they are capable of. They can't take us out because they are not driven by a genuine desire to change and transform their country. We need a visionary leader. And to be honest, Peter Obi, he has the element. You can see it in him. But not amongst these people. Not among these people. They will frustrate him. They will look. They will, what's that word now?
Handcuff him.
They will handcuff him. They'll put him in a straitjacket. He will be struggling and trying to do the right thing, and he will be failing because who is going to appoint his cabinet for him?
That's true.
David Mark will give him people.
Atiku will give him.
El Rufai will give him. Atiku will give him plenty.
Amechi
will give him. If Amechi is not even a minister by himself, somebody that has done. What did he do when he was in transport? What did he do? 8 years. What did he do? So, I know that people don't like to hear these things. But if we really want a Nigeria that will be better than what we are saying today, we must do something differently. We can't be doing the same thing. We replaced PDP with APC. The same people that were in that PDP and APC together combined of that time are the ones that are in ADC now, and they want to come and replace APC that replace PDP. Look, could make sense now. Follow. So, the truth would not say make we not talk, and if we talk true, we'll die. If we not talk true, we'll die. So let's speak the truth and let the devil be ashamed. Let us do something differently. Otherwise, we'll continue to have the same Nigeria that we have had for 65 years.
All right, we'll take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. When we return, we'll quickly open the phone lines. Today, we're opening the phone lines very early so you can be part of the system. So we'll take a very short break to kindly stay with us. You're currently listening to The Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm Esther Wachuku. My guest today is Mr. Shagun Shokwita. To kindly stay with us.
House dey dark and NEPA bill dey choke. E dey worry you as e dey affect your business. So no don come. Imagine say you wake up for morning, light no shake, fridge don block, business no get wahala, everything dey okay. No be dream o. With Yohaku, na you dey control your light. Yohaku dey sell gas cooker, freezer, fridge, and dem go furnish you with modern kitchen o. Whether na inverter, batteries, panels, smart street lights, be na solar AC system wey you wan use for house, business, abi for industrial work, Yohaku stand chim to help you. Bye to NEPA bill. No wait till transformer go spoil again. Oh yeah, run call Yohaku for 070-12 080-302-60 or 080-324-82573, or you fit to call 080-669-60066. For Lagos, we there for shop F1179 Industrial Section, or Joe Alaba International Market, or shop G6 Electronic Section, Alaba International Market, Headline Ute Ubochi Plaza, Abuja office na Corporate 13, Dubai International Market, back of Games Village, Karo District for Abuja. For Port Harcourt, we there for number 51 Oporo Road, Eziowa Elite Trade Center. For River State, Yohako. Website na www.yohakoproducts.com. Online store na www.yohakostore.com. Yohako. From sun to earth, we dey make your mind dey coole.
Welcome back. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Mr. Shagun, before we open the phone lines, NDC's win Kwankwaso. They say he should come and join them. You know, he should leave the ADC, especially him as particularly that's the drama that is taking place there. And it's possible that they may not field a candidate, you know, for the elections. In as much as Peter Obi has been consolidating, he was in a closed-door meeting with Seyi Makinde today. You know that the APC called him out and said he didn't tweet anything about that Saturday, whatever. He didn't say anything about it. But from the cable, they are saying it is about what was not said. Now, Peter Obi had always thought that they would zone this thing. But let me ask you, why was he not able to secure a certainty when he joined?
But it's not possible now. It's an amalgamation of forces, and the politics doesn't work that way. You can't go into a place where people that are heavyweights like you, and some maybe even heavier than you, and hang on to your own demands and say it is only, who are you? What are you bringing that you will now come with demands? So you go in first and say, yes, we want a level playing field. Then when you are now there, you can then begin to negotiate. He did. That's what he had to do. He couldn't have gone in insisting on anything. It would never have worked from day one, you know. So that's politics. That's understandable. He didn't have much of a choice. This NDC, I think, has been denied, hasn't it?
No, they were denied about Obi Kwankwaso.
Exactly.
That he handled that process. But this one is this evening.
Oh.
They are saying that Kwankwaso should come.
Okay. I think that the ADC has crystallized, and I think that you know, you have Kwankwaso, you have Atiku, you have Obi as the three main forces that produce the opposition votes, 13 million or thereabouts combined, as against the 8.1 or so that APC got. It's almost times 2. I think they have, anybody asking any one of those three to come out and go to somewhere else is acting on behalf of APC. Do you get that? That NDC, they must be acting on behalf of APC, because it is only APC that will gain from Atiku walking away from the ADC umbrella right now. So that coalition is powerful in terms of electoral value.
If they can commit themselves.
I'm not talking of governance. So in terms of electoral value, if they can get it right, if they get the correct formula and they put the right ticket forward, look, Tinubu is terrified.
Are you sure?
Look, Tinubu, his actions show that he's desperate. You know, he has his ears to the ground. So he already knew that ADC will work. He knew, which is why he went on this campaign of winning governors over. By hook or by crook. Compulsion, coercion, carrot, stick. He did whatever he needed to do. He got at least about 31 governors. Unprecedented in the annals of this country. Or 32 out of 36. Haba. So that's desperation. 2, he appointed somebody who had opened. You think he doesn't know? You think he doesn't know that Amokwito is an APC man? He knows. And out of desperation, he decided that he will put somebody, he has to put somebody who is for him there. He doesn't want to take any chances. Why? Because he knows that the man is a politician now. And politics is a game of numbers. Whether cast votes or rigged votes is a game of numbers. To rig votes, the vote must first be cast. That's why they buy them. So when we talk about rigging, people think, oh, what's the point? No, there's a point. Go and vote. So now make sure they don't rig by staying and protecting, blah, 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 right? Tinubu has done the calculations. He can see that this ADC is a problem. He's scared of them. And that's why, so what if Yoruba will say, LFO, you are carrying vegetable on your head, you are selling it. Then you are now announcing to the world that this vegetable I'm carrying is not from the refuse heap, or it is fresh. Who asked you?
But you're selling it now.
Who asked you? The real question is, who asked you? Who asked Tinubu whether he's scared? When he was saying he's not scared of anybody. He said it recently. He's not
so
not
he doesn't
scared.
face critics. He's all about delivering good governance to the people.
Look, those comments are a peep into his mind. He knows that he's facing a real threat in this group of people, and he's doing everything possible to checkmate them.
Do you think he made a mistake by letting these opposition guys come together?
He couldn't have stopped it.
No, what I mean is with the issues that were happening in the political parties, that's what made them to converge. Possibly thinking destabilizing the party would supposedly create confusion and all of that.
It could be
so
a miscalculation.
Do you think it had gotten to the climax of he miscalculated in that political arithmetic, or it's something that will speak for him?
I think that whatever he had done, I think this was always going to happen, because the politicians are strategists. They think they're like chess players. They look 2 or 3 moves ahead. They know what they did wrong in 2023. And they were always, this thing we're seeing now was always going to happen. So whatever Tinubu did or didn't do with the Labour Party, SDP and all the other parties, this ADC coalition would have happened.
Is it possible that El Rufai played a major role? Because El Rufai said that they told him if he decides not to get involved in anything politics, and as it stands now, El Rufai is going to be in detention till June. His bail hearing is even in that June. He's not sure if he'll give him bail, so they may postpone it again. Has seen them meet business for this guy.
I'm so surprised that they are dealing with this guy like this. It's so. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing, but it's so sweet to see somebody who thinks that he's all powerful and untouchable being shown a bit of the shege that other Nigerians have been facing. Even though we know that that's so-called detention, he will be in a very comfortable and luxurious place somewhere. But at least he's locked up, whether he's in luxury or not. So
meaning they monitor whom he speaks with and all of that.
He doesn't have his full freedoms. He will have more freedoms than any other detainee, but he doesn't have his full freedom. So that's good enough for Nigerians, for ordinary Nigerians to see and at least know that.
So he won't be part of the primaries then?
Yeah, so that's what they are trying to do. They're just trying to weaken the coalition in whatever way that they can, But again, this is Nigeria. He's not being there doesn't completely incapacitate him and, the control he will exert over certain forces within the movement. So I don't know how effective that will be at the end of the day, and how important he is to the coalition. Of course it's important. There is an axis that he has some level of control over, and that's Kaduna. You could argue that APC is there and he's with his well-documented struggles and fights with Ubasani, the incumbent governor. You might say that he has lost some sort of influence in that space, but he will still have his loyalists. So he will bring that on board, and
All right, let's see how the politics goes. We'll continue to discuss it here. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not like the conversations we have, but it's the truth. It's the political season, and I think Peter Obi will always be on the limelight. Some of them are saying, oh, Esther, leave Peter Obi alone. He's not your subject, whatever, but he's in the news. I mean, today he just met with Seyi Makinde. He spoke after meeting with Seyi Makinde, spoke with Jonathan yesterday. He's always in the news. He will always be talked about. The same thing with the president. The same thing with all the political stalwarts. They'll be talked about.
I'm so sorry. Peter Obi is the biggest phenomenon outside of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Nigeria politics today.
I think he's the one that is actually making the politics interesting.
Till now.
If he's not in the ballot, I don't think the politics will be interesting.
Till now.
It will be boring.
So I honestly, it's painful to me that, not because I necessarily support it, I have to keep saying that, but because I think it's very important that we have a robust contest so that a better option is available to Nigerians. So it's painful to me what I'm seeing play out. I really wish he had been brave enough to do what I and a few other people was recommending to him.
I want to see the political chess game the ADC will pull here. because like I said, he's the element that makes this politics
Nah,
interesting.
they had better
To be
get it
honest
right,
with you,
otherwise
otherwise
it's
to be
dead on
so
arrival.
boring, like literally boring. So what sets the buzz? What sets the adrenaline pushing? What sets those who have already planned on how they'll bring out POS and exchange money and everything is all of this. I want to see how this turns out. It will actually be quite interesting for a lot of you who follow political trends. You would love politics when strategies are played in such a way that you consider intelligent, not the manner we're seeing it. So with all of the encumbrances, I think he remains the interesting factor. All right, here every other element is predictable. All right, let's take your calls. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. This is former citizen of Nigeria, now retired.
All right, welcome.
Just yesterday, you talked about a young man that was shot in his home.
Yeah.
Now, another young man now been shot on the street.
Yeah.
To say complicity of the government is just being mild. The government is part of it. A reference is that OD case. You see what happened? Just an order that was given. Like I always maintain, the military and the police we have in this country, they have the capacity, even without the intelligence that you have in other civilized countries. They can track and collect anybody that they want to collect. But you see, they just don't want to do it because the government is sponsoring this chaos. And it will be, how do I call it? It is grossly responsibility of the government to accuse the opposition of the obvious fact that they are aware of before they are saddled with this administrative position. Now, I will conclude to say that Esther and Mr. Sokwito, don't be oblivious of the fact that the government is unaware of these things that happen. If not for some people praying in this country, we are close to anarchy. We are very, very close to anarchy. The line is very thin. Look at what is happening. They are killing us outside this country. And we are killing ourselves in this same country.
Honestly, that one is... Yes. Today they were asking children to leave the schools.
Terrible.
I saw a Nigerian woman that they were beating. She was holding the Bible while she was crawling. They were hitting her.
Yes.
You can see, when you have an irresponsible government, it is like I said yesterday, like a father raping his daughter and his son raping his own daughter. What moral justification do you have to cancel or punish such a child? That's the state we are. It's like some of us still go out to our business and we are on the stuff that we think that the storm is not coming to our doorstep. We should get up. Oh. The storm is gathering. Oh. Once it starts raining, let those people in Abuja know that the rain that falls at the backyard of a poor man will definitely start on the roof of that person in the air condition room. Good evening.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening. 08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine.
What's your name? Hello? Hello? Oh. 08036929933. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
My name is Obi. I'm speaking for first time.
Your name is?
Obi. I'm speaking for first time.
Can you turn down the volume of your radio? Have you done that?
Can you hear me better?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, what a gift I guess.
Thank you.
What I'm saying is that all these things that is happening, I want Atiku, if they can maybe any way they can beg Atiku to allow Obi to become the president. Atiku and Obi and Kwankwaso, let them become the Obi is president, Atiku will be a vice. Nigeria, I believe in after the election, Tinubu will run out of this country. We will realize again. So, God bless you.
Atiku will not be vice president. He won't agree. I think he must
He
have
can't
meant
even be
to say
vice president.
Yeah, because I think he meant to say
Kwankwaso. Okay. 08036929933. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther.
Sir?
Good evening. How are you?
I am fine, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Patrick is calling from Okota. I'm sure by now you should be acquainted to my voice.
Really? There are 3 different Patricks that call on this show.
Which other one do you think that it sounds similar to my own voice?
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
It's all right. Where's your boyfriend, Darlington?
He's not on set today, sir.
Okay, he's not on set. I'm sure he's hearing what I'm speaking from now.
Okay.
Let's put it straight. The situation in Nigeria today has become very crucial. And the Supreme Court is holding the heartbeat of Nigerians in their hands today. If the body language of Nigerians has not shown very clearly to them by now, they should tell themselves that even if the finger of the ruling party is with them, trying to tell them that put this country into anarchy, they themselves will not find it easy. I want to sound it very clear to whoever that believes that the ruling party has done so well, so much so that he or she.
Hello? Patrick, again, what happened? Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Can you turn down the volume of your radio, please? Anytime you call, please turn it off.
We didn't know that you are picked.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you.
What is your name, please? Good evening, sir.
My name is Andrew. How are you?
Fine, sir. Welcome.
Okay. It's unfortunate what is happening now because the question you asked this man about Obi and them discussing before coming, the man has answered you what I told you before, that it's not going to be possible for him to tell them what to do. And again, another challenge is, you mentioned one thing I told you before. If Ateko did not wholeheartedly bring himself out before his people carry Obi hand, they go up and down for the campaign, Not be said to take my author say, I'm in support to. No, you must carry the person along. Before Tinubu got what he got, Buhari has to go with him to a party and raise his hand up. That was when the tension cooled down. That made him to forget about the rigging or no rigging. That one gave him a lot of support from the north. If not, initially Tinubu was not following. Buhari was not following him up and down. But now, my question is, if ADC did not succeed, I saw them doing coalition that day. Makinde then were there. Remember, Makinde is no longer the owner of PDP. Are you?
Yeah,
PDP is now in the hand of Wike Demo. Do you get it? So that coalition that are doing, I don't know the party Makinde want to bring to the table. I don't know. But my question is, if at the end of the day, Supreme Court now they didn't skate through, are they going to go and join Dixon of Bayelsa State? Or what are they going to do? I want this analyst to please help me to preview what he feels that can be the next step forward for this people. That's number one. Number two, the registration they're talking about, I'm sure is now on hold because since Amekoto has said that he has removed their name, so which means they cannot do anything they do with INEC now is invalid. So both their own registration is now on hold, which means at the end of the day, are they going to say all ADC members, where does INEC want them to go and re-register again? That is my question. So let them be careful, like as the analyst said. They are dancing naked in the market square. It's not going to be a good one. No. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Shegun, what I'm even reading about that young man was that his name is Ogidi Mena, a 21-year-old guy. He went to Efuru main park at Sapele Road to take delivery of a way bill. When he eventually got there, they told him to add money because the pack was a bit heavy. They curiously asked him what was in the waybill, but he told them someone sent him, and they asked him to open it. When they finally compelled him to open it, they saw a Beretta pistol with 4 live ammunitions. They quickly held him down, but he insisted he was sent by his friend to help pick up the waybill. He cried for mercy and said he was ready to take them to the person who sent him. The leadership of the motor pack tied his hands. I think it was the motor park people that did that video, thinking they had caught a thief or somebody who was supposedly an armed gang or something. The leadership of the motor park tied his hands and legs backward, blocked the gate of the park to prevent a possible attack, and then called ACP Aliyu Shaba to take over the matter, investigate, and unravel the men behind the gun-running business. The Uwe area commander then mandated their patrol team, headed by ASP Nuhu Usman, also known as Ogbegbe, to go and bring the suspect to the station. Ogbegbe and his team headed straight to the park in order to bring Mena. On getting there, the moment Ogbegbe saw the pistol, he became agitated in the presence of the crowd. He cocked his gun and fired at Mena's hand. No, there was a first shot. His team assisted and carried Mena into the vehicle alive. At this point, Mena was still alive, agonizing from the gunshot wound. They eventually got to Ekpan station, and instead of reporting to the area commander, Aliyu Shaba, the officers brought Mena out of their patrol Toyota Sienna. ASP Ogbegbe allegedly shot him again 3 times at the station, ending his life. Aliyu Shaba, who heard the gunshots on Sunday evening, which is 26th of April, when the incident occurred, rushed down, ordered that the ASP be disarmed, handcuffed, chained, and detained along with the team. ACP Aliyu Shaba briefed the Commissioner of Police, and they were taken to Asaba on Monday and transferred to Zone 5 Benin the following day. They are expected to be transferred to Force Headquarters, possibly paraded within the week. It is hoped that they will be dismissed and made to face murder charges. The case has raised serious questions what require thorough investigation. Why was the young man shot immediately? And why was lethal force used even after he had already been apprehended? Even if found in possession of a firearm, it does not justify summary execution. Possession of a weapon does not automatically equate to guilt of armed robbery. So the question is, when that man they sent got there and he saw the person and the gun, he got agitated and started shooting. Others could not stop him.
The story
So that
makes
means
no sense. I'm sorry.
Okay, why?
I mean, look, there are simply too many inconsistencies, and we saw a video. And if you watch that video and compare it to this account, then you find that there are inconsistencies that you have to examine a bit further. So this already is beginning to sound like some sort of
Cover up.
Yeah, going on.
08036929933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening, Esther. This is Sunday calling from Mushin.
Sunday from Mushin. Welcome.
Yeah, well done. I hope you're feeling the rain over there. Rain is seriously falling here.
Sir?
Rain is seriously falling here. Are you feeling the rain over there?
We did studio. We don't. Is it raining?
Rain is falling. Rain is seriously falling.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I greet your visitor.
Where you dey?
I dey Mushin.
Hey God, I don't know whether I reach here.
Rain is really falling. Everyone.
Wow. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, well done. You know what we are talking about. For me, I think the best thing that people do is to look at another party that will be safe from the present government, because I found out that whenever you put his head, there will be tackled. So I think the best thing for him is to just look at another party and go there and then save himself all this dragging with this person, going for primary, this, that. And then if the prevention also follows him, I think there will be a sale to that very party. Because what I'm saying now is that the Nigerians, those who have a plan, those who have a focus, are looking at two of them as those who can make headway to a better Nigeria, a better government. So my wish or my advice to him is that let him look at a party that two of them can join and save themselves all this waiting for INEC, waiting for course, this. At the end of the day, they will not be a failure. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. God bless you for calling. Let me take some of your message. Somebody said rain is falling heavily at Ikorodu Odogunyo area. Wow. Is it raining along this our side? Good evening. I'm engineer Ayinde Moruf. Esther, I disagree with your guest that it's wrong to be blaming our government for the xenophobic attack against our people in South Africa. Did you blame our government?
I didn't blame the government, but what has the government done since it has happened?
So, Engineer Maruf is saying it's very unfortunate that some of your guests, once they have the slightest opportunity of being invited to a radio station, okay, this was a long. This is not today's own. All right. Engineer Morris says, concerning the killing of that boy, and if the guy that killed him is a Nigerian police, that's pure murder, and Nigerians should demand for justice on behalf of the killed boy. It's pure murder. On the opposition, they are not serious at all. I disagree with your guest that it's the ruling party that is disrupting them. Why would they allow themselves to be disrupted? They are never serious at all. I insist, including Obi himself. Obi is even most disappointing amongst them. He's obviously cowardly. He's not a man of himself. If he is, he had more than enough time to have established his own party. Why didn't he do that if he knows he can win on his own? Ditto for Atiku, instead of going and snatched other people's party. Engineer Moruf, I don't understand your English, oh. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Shagun Shopiton. I want to thank you very much for your analysis, which is always on point. I want to advise Atiku to please shelve his plans and allow Obi and Kwankwaso to run. And I bet you within a short time, Nigeria will find her feet again, both locally and before the international community. Stanley from Surulere. Good evening, VOP. Please tell ADC to field candidates in all departments, right from councillor up to Senate, because Obi Kwankwaso will open the Red Sea for the Israelite to pass, and that will make it easier for his government to be stable, because the OES masters or your mandate to stand lawmakers will no longer be there. It happened before when he was in Labour, so it will happen again in ADC. But my prayer is Atiku should back them up, and Aregbe Shola, Amici, and El Rufai should go for Senate instead of waiting for ministerial appointment. Martins from Ojo Barracks. Good evening, Queen Esther, and your guest tonight. I'm Babeji from Oshodi. Please, Esther, I think I disagree with your guest saying that Tinubu and APC admin is afraid of the opposition party like ADC. No, I don't think that's truly true. Due to already corrupted electoral system, had it been that the forthcoming elections is going to be by electronic voting, if he says that Tinubu is afraid, that will be true. But as it stands for now, Tinubu isn't afraid. All he says and does are all propaganda, period. Esther, good evening. Una, well done. Oh. Honestly, I'm impressed with the analysis of your guest. It confirms to me that there are still many Yoruba people that can call a spade by its name. Well done, Mr. Shagun. Your opinion are always on point. Pastor Andy, trust me, there are a lot of them. Remy, a lot of them. See, you guys should stop paying attention to the. It's not a tribal thing. It's just politics. Trust me, in the next dispensation, if another election cycle comes and Tinubu is not on board, this same set of person supporting Tinubu may switch allegiance and support the next. It's a business thing. It's a business, not business. So you guys don't take it PO. It's a business thing. These things they deliberately do it. They stock the polity with all of these divisions. It's deliberate. Good evening, Madam Esther Machu and Mr. Shagun Shopiton. Please, Esther, make me understand what exactly your guest is talking about. That we should allow Tinubu and APC to continue or what? Please tell him that I said this, that if Peter Obi gets there, knowing fully well that he is going to run for only one term, who will do everything humanly possible to set a standard and will never allow anybody, irrespective of the role he or she plays for his victory, to dictate to him. Hate him, love him, Peter Obi is different from other politicians and will make a difference. Obi Kwankwaso, Prince Samuel Ofobese Oji from So you know when you said that with this set of persons and the demands they will make, it would straitjacket him.
I like his optimism.
He's so confident that he knows him.
As if he's inside Peter of his head. I like his optimism, and I really wish that he's correct. You know, I really wish.
It's not so. It's not how people thought that Tinubu can do the magic. So we were thinking terrorism would have ended by now.
About Buhari? The people that voted for Buhari, didn't they say that? The person that will finish corruption in this country and finish insecurity has come. What happened? The lion that people voted for became a pussycat. He became a pussycat. 6 months. He was conquered.
Shocked with Tinubu's government. They planned coup. Mr. Shagun, I've never. A civilian has it ever happened since Obasanjo's time?
That's what.
They planned coup. From inauguration day, they don't plan coup.
Yeah, exactly.
As in, do you understand? Exactly. There was there's an electrician amongst them that works in the presidency. Benny, it's not so simple.
It's not that simple.
Economic strain. Citizens are facing severe economic hardship, with many experiencing high cost of living and daily struggle due to fuel subsidy removal. Security concerns, persistent security threats, and widespread insecurity continue to challenge the government's ability to protect its citizens, causing some to view the administration as reactive. Ima from Ikbaja. All right. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How are you?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir. I can hear you. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Mazis Sonny, calling from Ojalaba.
All right, sir. Welcome.
I greet Shehu Shekweto. Good evening, master.
Good greet you, sir.
Actually, I know that is ADC have plan A and plan B. Must lead the way to this Supreme Court judgment on I think on no Monday next week. If they favor of the Tinubu, let them decamp, go to NPP, which is a Kwankwaso party. But I know that is then will know the way they will do this thing, because the plan of Bola Tinubu that is let the ADC no day for ballot post, and the plan of APC, everybody, all of them did a plan that is that day that not only them go do for that ballot, but they know that is if they leave the Bola Tinubu today a ballot ballot, only him. You know that the Nigeria is over that day, because after that election, Nigeria will say that the Tinubu win us. Thank you. May God bless you people.
All right. Good evening from Adeyemi Kamara from Banana Island, Lagos. If the opposition keeps to its promise to boycott the 2027 presidential election, heavens would not fall. As long as Showore and some other candidates are on the ballot, the world would not believe the story of one-party states. It's high time Nigerians stopped allowing lies, blackmail, and political drama to replace facts. All right. This person says, hello, good evening. Hello? Hello?
He's talking.
I can't hear him. Okay, this person says, hello, Esther. First and foremost, I want... Okay, I don't think this person has typed what they want to type. Good evening, Sister S and the guests in the house. My own take is on the police officer that killed a citizen. The shooting of an unarmed citizen who was begging a police officer is a clear abuse of power and violation of human rights. The police are meant to protect lives, not take them. Such action erodes public trust and goes against Section 33 of the 1999 Constitution, which guarantees your right to life. The officer must be investigated and prosecuted to serve as a deterrent to others. No citizen deserves to die for begging. We demand justice and police brutality. Every life matters. Emmanuel from Ijesha. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Shok. Chief Udo is Shokwitan, not Oshekwitan. My people, that's that personality called. So I don't know how you pronounce. Oh God, the way you pronounce it, you don't want to know the literal interpretation of that. Okay. I remember Peter Obi made all this political procession before he left PDP, and we can see that PDP is barely a shadow of itself. Even Wike can't rebuild it when Tinubu's tenure is over. So I advise ADC to be wiser, more cautious with Peter Obi if they don't want to have a repeat of PDP. And Esther, your analyst comments and analysis of Peter Obi is making me feel Nigeria case is becoming irredeemable. From Chief Udo. Chief, don't worry. God day. Esther, good evening. Asari Dokubo is in the east displaying advanced military grade ammunition. He boasts of killing Igbos for Tinubu. Imagine, how did he acquire the arms? Who is sponsoring him as a Turuji Bello Okay, is the Turuji Bello of the South, specializing in unknown gunmen in the Southeast? How come no military has ever arrested him, since no civilian in Nigeria must carry arms? So please, the federal government is a sponsor of insecurity in the Southeast and the South-South. Realtor Frank Oba from Ejigbo. All right. Good evening, Esther. Obi alone can never win. He will always win with Atiku. You are analyzing on what is impossible. And I used to say, whether bad people or killers or embezzlers, God will always use the material on ground to fight his enemies. Atiku and Obi are best materials to save Nigeria from these APC. I'm Gideon. Good evening, VOP. Nigeria's current security architecture reflects a troubling paradox. Imagine a state that appears excessively brutal towards law-abiding citizens, yet curiously lenient in its posture towards terrorists. Incidents of extrajudicial conduct by elements within the police erode public trust, while rehabilitation programs for terrorists that's strategically indefensible creates a perception of moral inversion when justice for victims remains elusive. Without equity before the law, security efforts risk losing both legitimacy and effectiveness. Nigerian police force be warned, and police might be Bono, social thinker from my 12. All right. Good evening, Esther. Good evening, Mr. Shopita. My name is Gabriel from Ikorodu. I totally disagree with you. With all due respect, sir. Peter Obi moving out of Labour Party wasn't a mistake. Esther, you can agree with me. You knew how Nigerians were all over him to take a decision to move out of Labour Party. You witnessed how every caller were echoing the same thing. There is nothing people didn't say when he was still in Labour Party. Should he have divided himself into many parts to do the wish of all people? I want us to know this. The problem in Labour Party was sponsored by FG. If he is still there, that problem will persist. Again, anybody who said that Obi joining these or that set of people will make him lose his credibility and value should be questioned. Will Peter Obi bring angels down from heaven to align with him? If he's looking to work only with people like him, then he will never realize his dreams, but he can work with those men and still bring his vision for Nigeria to reality. All right. Good evening, Esther Macho and everyone in the house. My take is that Peter Obi will do extremely well, even with evil people around him. Anambra State was worse than the devil before Mr. Peter Obi became the governor. Anambra State was full of godfathers with their thugs who are ready to kill at any time, who even locked the incumbent governor, as at that time, inside the toilet. But Obi entered and subdued them and changed the state now. Your brother, Machuku JNG. All right. Good evening, Sister Esther, the erudite analyst in the studio. Yes, we have listened to the analyst. He is right in his claim that it's going to be a tough time for Obi. Of course it will be. But if Nigerians allow it, Obi will be rigged out of heavy political wigs such as Pa Atiku, El Rufai and co. are not with him. For all I know, Obi has goodwill for Nigeria in general. If more Nigerians stood up to support Obi, at least the fundamental things will be done to put Nigeria on a good democratic foundation. Agege from Agege. This person says, got this message, you're long gone. I beg. Hello, Madam Esther and your analyst in the studio. My name is Akin from Ikorodu. I do not agree with your analyst that if Obi contests alone, he will win. What Obi is doing now is the right thing to do. Assuming Jagaban is not behaving worse than Abacha by now, will be jubilating Obi has won 2027 elections with the help of those big guys from the north. Obi needs them. I'm sure when Obi becomes the president and his policies are for the people will protect him against Atiku, El Rufai, Amechi and co. That may not be happy. There'll be room for protest against them. Obi can't do it alone. He needs those guys from the north, even if we know who they are. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Shegun Shopita. If Peter Obi runs on his own, how about ADC votes splitting Obi's new party votes? Same thing we had in 2023 election will repeat itself. Mr. Shegun Shopita, you are my favorite this night. Hitting it hard. Take this on me. Esther, I will send yours. Good night. Yeah, me from Shongota. He said, send the drink physically, not via WhatsApp. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Shegun Shopita. The killing in Delta is so shocking. We should nudge the civil societies to put their nose on this issue. Maybe the police officer who committed this heinous killing knows so much about this guy and wanted him released by his secret sponsors after being taken to their custody. We need to follow it to a logical end. On complaints by the opposition parties as regards ruling party destabilizing their affairs, I think this has continued to sound ridiculous. They should put their house in order and strategize to give Nigeria a better option. Obed Oji, yes, analyst Shagun Shopita, you really said it that Peter Obi made a mistake joining ADC. Esther, this one is another great analyst. No wonder you said you were happy seeing him in the studio. Yes, I'm always happy seeing him in the studio. Good afternoon. Okay, sorry, so it's evening. Mabinu. Evening, Esther. Okay. Esther, can you see how a learned person talks? This man is perfect in his analysis and did them all with decorum and communication ethic. Well done, my great analyst. Good evening. David, believe me, in whatever crime the guy committed, the police hands must be involved, and they killed him for them not to be implicated. If not, how can you tell me that you killed somebody who is telling you that he will take you to where you'll find out the truth and arrest the main boss and the sponsor of the crime, but instead you ended up killing him, and the crime sponsor will be there, continue sending more people to commit the same crime? Are you now convinced that the police... And that one, I hope president too.
Our Bible says, "Who bewitch us? Who bewitch Nigeria?" No wonder Trump call us disgraced nation. No, it's not a disgraced nation. Not if they see Boko Haram now, they now call them repented or they are political son. Somebody that come to collect gun, somebody sent to him. Why can't you trace the person and know who sent him to do that way be? Which kind of country is this?
Chidera told me that you were coming today. I was like, is it that? Yeah, she said, yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Guess who I have in the house this evening? We have a queen, we have a king. They look dashing, absolutely adorable. Good evening.
Good evening.
Bring the mic closer to you. How are you?
I'm fine.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
Miracle in a bottle.
Yes, miracle in a bottle. Emira, Premier Lifestyle.
Welcome.
Thank
Please
you.
give me what's the updates with this magic?
Yes, there has been.
First of all, your name.
My name is Henry Asomoga.
And
Ambassador Peace.
in fact, you can imagine.
Wow.
Ambassador Peace.
Ambassador.
With miracle in a bottle.
Yes.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes. Emerald is here today again. Like it has been all over the whole place, and a whole lot of testimonies, and people have been speaking a whole lot, and people have been testifying concerning this miracle in the bottle. Is a product that has really been bringing a whole lot of people out of a whole lot of ailments that has been so challenging. So why we're here today is because we have been visiting different locations, taking this to people's doorsteps for them to be aware on the benefits of Emerald Elixir that has been out there, which has not really gotten to major places, all major places that we are actually trusting that yes, we want these things, this very product, Emerald, to get to the grassroots, to get to people that are struggling, people that have been struggling based on their health challenge. So today that we are live today because we are considering taking Emerald Elixir to a particular location that people have been calling on us that they really want us to come down there, which is somewhere around Orile Expressway. That's why we are here today. Yes.
Really?
Yes. So and based on what we have been doing in other locations as well, we are considering doing the same thing too around Orile Expressway, somewhere around Alafia. So we want to do the same thing, just like doing the normal free medical test for people to come know their health status. Because back home here today, people have been struggling health-wise, not really being opportune to visit the hospital. You know, there are places, some other countries whereby they are, at the end of the month, in 2 months and 3 months, they are privileged to go for free medical tests, free medical checkups. But back home here, based on how our home back here is, people struggle, people find it difficult to visit the hospitals, to go do their normal checkups, to know their health status. You see people working from the beginning of the year,
all through the end of the year, not even visiting the hospital. All they do, they keep managing their health.
It's the stress. It's the process that they have to go through.
So
let me come to, there's a process here. If, for example, if you're going to a government or healthcare center by the state or whatever, they'll say go here, go here. Sometimes before you say physician, now wahala. So it's like if you're going to the hospital, just consider the whole day gone. You can't go anywhere else. So this is what makes a lot of people, when they think about this, they don't bother. They look for alternative means. But the good thing about Emerald is that anytime you guys have this event, you always have free checkups. It helps you to determine how to supposedly prescribe Emerald to your clients. But some people think it's magic immediately, because I remember the other time the other Emerald ambassadors came here. Somebody had to say, oh, we bought 2 bottles, the thing did not stop. So can you tell the audience, like, it's not just buying 2 bottles or whatever, it's something that has to be consistent, especially with follow-up as well.
Yes, because I have seen Emira helped a cancer patient, it became free. It took up to 33 bottles. It depends on your body. Do you understand? I have seen Emira patients taking 1 bottle of Emira, before you know it, it became free from ulcer. I have seen Emira person, just a drop in the air, the person started hearing. I have seen Emira person, just one small eye drop, the eyes became clear. So many things. It depends on the body system. Do you understand me? And tomorrow, we are not even talking about our health. We are still going to talk about how to make money in Emira. Because I'm a living testimony about how I've made money in Emira. I want them to come along so that they will let us tell them how to still make money with our products.
That means beyond the health benefit, you can also get some financial sustenance being part of it. That's amazing. So when is this event?
Yes, this event will be taking place somewhere around Orile Expressway.
When?
Tomorrow and next tomorrow.
Tomorrow is April 29.
Yes.
Okay, which is on a Wednesday.
On Wednesday. And next tomorrow, 30th.
Okay.
Which is on Thursday.
All right.
So tomorrow and next tomorrow, and it's going to be starting around 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Wow, 10 a.m.
Tomorrow, yes.
Very
tomorrow
precise.
Morning.
So
yes.
First thing, health checkup, and it's good for them to come in early.
Yes.
All right. Then before the follow-up continues.
And the kind of exercise they should be doing.
Okay.
To retain their
health status.
Amazing. So how does anyone connect to be part of this?
Yes, for the people coming from the Festa axis, once you join a bus coming from Mautu, you get a bus from Orile, from Maitu, heading towards Orile. They will alight at Alafia bus stop.
Okay.
So once they alight at Alafia bus stop, it's just opposite the NNPC filling station. So you cross over to the other side. If you're coming from Island axis or CMS axis, you stop by the bus stop there. Then you ask of Delmont Plaza.
Okay.
Delmont Plaza is just by Alafia bus stop there. So it's a plaza that is along the Orile Expressway. Once you ask of the bus stop, Alafia bus stop, then you are good to go. The plaza is just by the bus stop there. Yes.
All right. So phone number.
Yes, phone numbers to reach while coming. You can reach through 080
via WhatsApp
or call. Both numbers are on WhatsApp and on normal call. 080 335 355 15.
Again.
You can reach Peace on 080 335 355 15.
Again, please.
080 335 355 15.
All right, Madam, please.
You can reach Henry.
Not just the Henry, the address.
The address
of the event again. Yes, reiterate it, emphasize it, please.
Okay, the address of the event is at Delmont Plaza, first floor, Delmont Plaza, by Alafia bus stop, opposite NNPC filling station, along Orile Expressway, Delmont Plaza, first floor, Delmont Plaza, opposite NNPC filling station, by Alafia bus stop, along Orile Expressway, mile 2.
Tomorrow 10 a.m.
Tomorrow 10 a.m.
What if some persons that cannot come in physically and they can place their order online?
Yes, they can place their own orders online, and we can do a dispatch to whatsoever location they are situated at.
All right. Call the number again.
Okay. Yeah.
080-335-355-15. Ambassador Peace.
Come down.
080-335-355-15. Ambassador Peace.
All right. What about you?
Ambassador Henry. 070-83-91-2427.
Again.
Ambassador Henry. 070-83-91-2427.
So all they need to do is just to send your WhatsApp message.
Yes, you send a WhatsApp message, or you can just place a call on either of the both numbers.
Okay, a WhatsApp message. Anything specific that you should send? What kind of specific message should be sent to the WhatsApp?
Yes, I will be available. You can just say yes, I will be available for tomorrow's seminar and the general health test checkup.
Okay, tomorrow I'll be available for the seminar and the general health test checkup.
Yes.
Just that.
Yes.
Okay, and the location once again for tomorrow's event and next tomorrow.
Yes, the location for tomorrow and next tomorrow's event is first floor Delmont Plaza, opposite NNPC filling station, by Alafia bus stop, along Orile Expressway, mile 2.
All right, gentlemen, lady, good evening. Thank you for coming along. We sincerely do appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you.
Emerald is what?
Premium
lifestyle.
Magic in a bottle.
Magic in a bottle.
All right, do have yourself a wonderful evening. All right, bye for now.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. I'll take a few messages and we need to wrap up. Good evening, everyone. Injustice is a seed that inevitably germinates unrest. Only a system anchored in fairness and deterrence and accountability can restore public confidence and deliver enduring stability. When these pillars collapse, history begins to echo, reviving the very tensions that ignited the Nigerian civil war and continue to animate agitation movements such as IPOB. The solution is neither repression nor rhetoric, but sincere restructuring, decentralize a highly centralized power, institutionalize merit-based representation, and uphold the sanctity of human rights. Anything less may ignite inevitable resistance. Thanks, social thinker from Mile 12. Good evening, Esther. Obi and Kwankwaso Karigo. Esther from Benga Okota. Good evening, Esther. Mr. Shagun, you didn't read my message yesterday. However, people talk so much about Obi. They say he doesn't know how to do politics, that he doesn't know how to mingle with other politicians. Now he has joined the coalition and they are still talking. May God help me, but I ask, must he be president? If he doesn't get the ticket, please let him go and rest like Mr. Jonathan Chibuzo from Egbeda. All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Esther.
Turn down the volume of your radio, please, quickly.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Reckless Love of God.
Your name is what?
Reckless Love of God.
Kai, you should have said radical son of God. All right, reckless man of God. Go ahead.
Reckless Love of God. That's how I've been calling you for weeks. You don't even like you select the people you want to pick their call or anything.
Now calls are random, literally. I can only see a number here, no name. All right, go ahead, sir.
All right. I just want to thank you this evening and your the other guy, that Yoruba guy that
Mr.
was
Shoko
analyzing.
Shokiton.
Yes, Shokpeton. Even though his name sounds like Amupeton and the other one, and the one that jailed Nnamdi Kanu, thank God he's a different person. Yeah,
Okay.
so I just want to say you guys are really trying. You guys are trying. You are doing a very great work. So, and for this Mr. Tinubu, he should just be doing what he's doing. I believe everything has time.
Let me ask you something. How does Justice James Omotosho, Amupeton, and Shokiton sound alike?
Okay, just check.
Amupeton and Shokiton, but Omotosho.
They all have the same ending now. They'll not hear the ending.
All right, okay. No wahala. All right, have yourself a wonderful evening, okay?
All right, God bless you. Have a lovely night.
All right, that's our final caller on the program this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take back your health, your strength, your life. Introducing the natural powerhouse from Emerald Global, the 100% organic plant-based wellness solution transforming lives across Nigeria. This is not your regular supplement, oh no. Emerald Global's natural formula is loaded with rich, bioactive plant compounds that work wonders in your body naturally. And what are the results? Balances hormones, boost immunity, act as a natural antioxidant and antibiotic, relieves allergies and fights infections, improves digestion and lowers bad cholesterol. It also normalizes blood pressure and boosts blood circulation. It reverses diabetes, eases arthritis, tackles typhoid and malaria, and even more. It boosts your libido, improves vision, supports kidney and liver health, enhances male and female fertility, fights fibroid, ulcers, asthma, prostate issues, stroke, and more. It's a true diamond mine of wellness. And here's the big one. When you visit Emerald Global, you get a free health checkup plus a free tutorial on how to maintain your health naturally, yes, and completely free as well. So what is making you wait? Why wait? Visit this Wednesday 29th and Thursday 30th of April 2026. The time is 10 a.m. The venue is number 1 Odebumi Street, Demos Plaza, Mycom Bus Stop, Egbeda, Lagos State. Number 1 Odebumi Street, Demos Plaza, Mycom Bus Stop, Egbeda, Lagos State. Call 081 390 35695. 081 390 35695 or 091 38 366 275. 091 38 366 273. Remember, get a free health checkup plus a free tutorial on how to maintain your health naturally, completely free. So test and see. With Emerald Global, nature heals, restores, and transforms. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's my time to go home. I heard the rain is buzzing. I'll read some of your messages tomorrow evening. Thank you for being part of the conversations. We will continue to enlighten ourselves and hold the government accountable, hold institutions that have refused to perform their responsibilities to wake up to their responsibilities. And trust me, we agree to disagree. Not everybody must have the same line of thought. Not everybody must have the same idea. Not everybody must think alike. There are some people that think straight. They know they bend in their thinking. There is no how you want to help them reason otherwise. They are reasoning now one road. While some people know how to reason in different angles, and some people are very stoic in how they perceive issues. But what we do here is a combination of everything and have a better understanding of these issues. We should love ourselves. All right. Above all, we should love ourselves. Do have yourself a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Well done, oh my people. How things they go, God go bless us. No matter how things be, we no go suffer. Now better I carry come. How tenant go become landlord, landlady with cooler mind. where you go buy better land, where go give you rest of mind. No omonile wahala. Now Kudos Homes Limited I dey talk about. Kudos Homes Limited get many land for where it don't become city. It no be bush. Come buy land for anywhere you like. As you dey buy any of this land, you go dey collect free gift like Android phone, standing fan, pressing iron, gas cooker, gas cylinder, flat screen TV, solar light, washing machine, tabletop freezer, and microwaves. Now the number where you go call be this 090-5904-7514 090-5904-7514. Make a call am again 090-5904-7514. Come buy land for where no be poto, no be water land. Kudos Homes Limited get land for Ishiwo Ekpe. Now in be Kudos Town, 2 million naira only. Kudos Heritage, Omu, Ketu Epe, Phase 2, na 3 million naira. Kudos Smart City, Omu, Ketu Epe, this land, Face Expressway, na 5.5 million naira. Kudos Heritage, get land for Enugu and Delta State in Asaba. All this land go give you rest of mind. Remember, say everything at time. Use this opportunity to secure one land for yourself and your family. Make you build your own house because person wey never build his own house never get address. Buy your own land and start to dey build am and start to dey build your house small. If person don't grow reach some age and he never build his own house, he get as e dey be for body. Buy one land and collect your free gift like microwaves, tabletop freezer, solar light, washing machine, flat screen TV, gas cooker, gas cylinder, Android phone, pressing iron, and standing fan. As you dey buy plenty land, na so you go dey collect plenty free gift. Now the number where you go call be this 090-5904-7514 090-5904-7514. Make a call am again 090-5904-7514. Once person don't get in own house, it don't come out from house increment be that. No matter how the house small, you no go fit compare am to person wey never build im own house. All Kudos Homes Limited land therefore where you go like come see am before you go pay money. Na every Thursday and Saturday then they carry customer go see the land. Na free then go carry you go and come back. Now to let them know say you won't follow them go see the land, make them leave space for you inside bus. Now the number where you go call be this 090-5904-7514 090-5904-7514. Kudos Town for Ishiwo Ekpe, that one na 2 million naira. Kudos Heritage for Omu, K2 Ekpe Phase 2, na 3 million naira be that one. Kudos Smart City, where dey for Omu, K2 Ekpe, na 5.5 million naira. The Kudos Smart City, where me I dey talk about, dey beside Expressway, where you go plan yourself. If they do another business there, and don't forget say Kudos Homes Limited still get land for Enugu and Delta State Asaba. Make you no talk say until you get plenty money before you go start planning when you go build your own house. With this small money where you dey see, if you put mind, before you go know, you don't become landlord and landladies. Now 200,000 naira you go use tie your own land down. Now him be say you don't become landowner. Kudos Homes Limited, therefore number 177 Abule Odu bus stop, Ikotun Idimu Road, Egbeda, Lagos. With Kudos Homes Limited, to build your own house na easy it go be.
Manje nezitha seziswana ngathi bebangakholwa ngabanye ukuthola bami Girl,